Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for the opportunity that given to me. We are from Man 1 Aceh Barat, Man 1 West Aceh. Me as the first speaker, my name is Andin Ardari. Our second speaker is Al Wahibi, and our third speaker is Icha Fitri Ramadhani. Next, I would like to give our motion today. Our motion today is the government should not obligate airplane passengers to be fully vaccinated if they are able to show a valid 24 hours PCR test result. From that motion, we will give our timeline that we, as the affirmative, our government team, absolutely agree that the government should not obligate airplane passengers to be fully vaccinated if they are able to show a valid 24 hours PCR test result. Then our parameter today is that we just talk about the government should not obligate airplane passengers to be fully vaccinated if they are able to show a valid 24 hours PCR test result in Indonesian flights. Well, continue to our team split. Me, as the first speaker, would like to talk about the definition, facts, and case of the motion. Our second speaker would like to talk about the argument and the reason of the motion, and the third would like to talk about the benefit of PCR test. Next, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to define about the government. A government is the systems of group of the people governing an organized community, generally a state. In the case of its broad associative definition, government normally consists of the legislature, executive, and judiciary. Passenger is someone who only rides, be it planes, trains, bus, or other transportation, but does not include the crew operating and serving these rides. A vaccine is a biological preparation that provides active acquired immunity to be a particular infectious disease. Next, I would like to define about PCR test. PCR stands for polymerase chain reaction. PCR is a method of examining the SARS-CoV-2 virus by detecting viral DNA. This test will get result whether a person is positive or not for SARS-CoV-2. Compared to the rapid test, the RT-PCR examination is more accurate. In Indonesia, businessmen involved in the aviation and tourism industries said the mandatory PCR test for prospective airplane passengers in Java and Bali, as well as the PPKM level 3 and 4 areas, would make it difficult for them to get after being slow for so long due to the pandemic. Meanwhile, epidemiologists advise the government to be more careful so as not to cause a spike in new cases or a third wave. The new regulation issued by the COVID-19 Task Force and the Ministry of Transportation on Thursday, 21 of November, removed the requirement for a negative result of an antigen rapid test for flights. Previously, airplane passengers who want to travel between regions within Java and Bali were allowed to show the result of a PCR test long as they had received the second dose of a vaccination. I mean, airplane passengers who want to travel between regions within Java and Bali were allowed to show the result of a rapid antigen test as long as they had received the second dose of vaccination. Okay, in our opinion, the PCR test is to diagnose people whether they have COVID or not, uh, especially when the passengers want go to the some place, they just have to PCR test one times to 24 hours, even though they have vaccine. But vaccine is can test for a few months ago. That is not accurate test. Maybe if they are not give the PCR test result, they maybe can be a positive or negative from COVID-19. If the government, if the government, if the government want to the PCR test for flights, that is more accurate. Why? Because from the newest test, we can know if we are positive or negative from COVID-19. So we are from affirmative team. We are absolutely agree about the motion that government should not obligate airplane passengers to be fully vaccinated if they are able to show a valid 24 hours PCR test result. I think that's all about my argument. Thank you for your attention. The last I say you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This is our Hibi, and I'm from the government team, from the affirmative team, and as the second speaker. And in this house, we believe that the government should not obligate airplane passengers to be fully vaccinated if they are able to show a valid 24 hours PCR test result. Now, according to Compass.com, on Tuesday, November 2nd, 2021, our government, Indonesian government, changed the rule of transporting with plane in the flight. Now we can go to to other province, to other countries, just only show our antigen test result. But the thing is, the antigen test result only apply for people who already got vaccinated twice, fully vaccinated. But for the people who are only got one or never got vaccinated, they should show their PCR test result. Now, why we don't agree that we should show our PCR test result after we already got vaccinated? The thing is, we all know that people who already got vaccinated are almost immune, or like 90% immune to COVID-19. And the purpose of getting PCR test result is to diagnose a person that did he get a COVID, so we know that if he got a COVID-19 or no. And if he already gave the PCR test result and it was negative, so why we should get vaccinated again? Meanwhile, we already know that we didn't get COVID-19 and it was 24 hours, like, so we don't have to worry. He already showed the proof that he didn't get COVID-19 and he won't spread it. So, like, come on guys, we all know why we should get vaccinated. Meanwhile, we already show to the people, we already show to the security, we already show to everyone that we did have COVID, right? And furthermore, if we still should get vaccinated, even though we already show our PCR test result, and in that case, the PCR test result will go to waste. It will be a waste of time, and it will be a waste of money, right? Perhaps we can get late, or people who doesn't have a lot of money, when they are just a poverty, they want go back to their hometown, but they have to get PCR test result even though they already got fully vaccinated. And yeah, in conclusion, why we didn't agree that we still should get a PCR test result even though we already get fully vaccinated is because we the one who already got fully vaccinated are almost immune to COVID-19, and PCR test isn't free. Okay, we all know that isn't free and will be cost a lot of time and will cost money. So that's the reason why we didn't agree with it. Yeah, and in this house, once again, we believe that the government should not obligate airplane passengers to be fully vaccinated if they are able to show a valid 24 hours PCR test result. Thank you very much, and that's for me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, good morning. Honorable to the cater, honorable to ladies and gentlemen, honorable to viewers, and especially honorable to a judge. Hello, my name is Ijabet Ramadhani. My team from one Islamic Senior High School 1 was Aceh. We are from a vomitive team, and I also as a third speaker from this team. Okay, this motion today is this House believes that the government should not obligate airplane passengers to be fully vaccinated if they are able to show a valid 24 hours PCR test result. Okay. We are from a vomitive team really agree if the airplane passengers that should be vaccinated if they always have done to do the PCR test result. Um, in point of view, the PCR test is very easy. As we know, guys, in the midst of the pandemic now, many people panic. Many people want to go to out of town or go to other country. They can't go to there if they not vaccine, if they not without vaccine. Many people must vaccine. Imagine if all of Indonesian people vaccine. That's guys, the Indonesian people is very much. That will be very crowded. So we believe that the PCR test is very easy. And then furthermore, the PCR test can help. So what I'm trying to say is the like what I stated before, the PCR test is very easy. So that can help our just like what I stated before, PCR test is easy and answer. So what the meaning of answer here? So the PCR test is very can help our without the we must vaccine before we, we want to go to other country. So we don't need to scare to afraid if we don't vaccine if we have done to do the PCR test. And then furthermore, the PCR test is very simple. As we know, the PCR test is much more simpler rather than that get vaccinated. We think that guys, the PCR test is very simple, like not like hard like I mean the PCR test not hard like vaccination test. And then like what I stated before, the PCR test can help our because that simple, easy and answer. So come on, guys, let's agree with this motion today. Imagine if all of Indonesian people want to go to other country, want to go to other place, and then they must to vaccine. That will be very crowded. That like Indonesian people very much. So we think the PCR test is one way to make our more than easy to if we want to go to other place to other country. Okay, so we are from a affirmative team really agree with this motion because we think the PCR test can help our to be more than easy if we are want to go to other places, other country. Okay, I think that's all. I am Ichavit Ramadhani from Affirmative Team. Thank you. See you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.